Be Mindful of Your Air Settings by Danielle Simmons. Narrated by Otis Jiry. Oh, the air conditioner. Such a beautiful and genius invention, mostly appreciated in the summertime or if the feel of the house is just a tad too stuffy. Because it's an older model, it always comes on with a thump sound and, cool, glorious air is soon to follow. One night, as you're getting ready for bed, you check to make sure the thermostat is on as you routinely do. You're decked out in socks and thick pajamas, knowing the house is going to get quite chilly. You turn on the nightlight you keep in the hallway, for you're not entirely fond of the dark, and then shuffle off to bed. Soon as your head touches the pillow, you drift off to dreamland. Thump! You jerk your head up. You glance at the bedside clock, which reads 3:17 a.m. You're not sure what woke you, but something definitely did. Sitting on the bed, you rub your sleep-laden eyes when, thump! You jump slightly and freeze. Soon, you realize it's just the air conditioner coming on, yet nothing happens. No air seeps out of the vents. Come to think of it, it's rather stuffy in the room. Putting on your slippers, you start making your way toward the darkened hallway, but stop. Wait, dark hallway. You're positive you left the nightlight on before going to bed. Now dread engulfs you. Has someone broken in? Slowly, you peek into the hallway. Besides it being dark, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Gathering your courage, you walk toward the thermostat. It's just as you left it, to your relief. Then you sigh heavily. I hope it hasn't broken again. This really sucks, you grumble to yourself as you turn away to head back to bed. But then there's another thump, followed by a new sound. You stop in your tracks and listen. It sounds as if something's moving, dragging along inside the walls. You stand there, perplexed. You've never heard that sound before. The noise starts by the thermostat, then slowly, steadily scrapes toward your direction. Frowning and paranoia setting in, you start backing up. You keep telling yourself it's only rats. Yeah, that's right, just really huge rats, you whisper, inching your way backward toward your room. For some reason, you don't feel comfortable turning your back. The thing bumps and slithers its way along the wall until it comes to a rest right beside where you're standing. Then silence. Though the dark is doing its job at shrinking your bravery, you still find it hard to move. When nothing else happens for another minute or so, you begin to relax, despite the dark. You chuckle and convince yourself you were just imagining things. After all, you were abruptly yanked out of a good, deep slumber. You shake your head, cursing yourself for being such a wuss. Thump, thump. You yelp and hightail it to your room, slamming and locking the door. You back up to the far side of the room, putting as much distance between you and the door as possible. Your heart is pounding, blood rushing to your head, causing you to feel dizzy. You've no idea what's going on, and you certainly don't want to confront it. You slide down the wall, hugging your knees to your chest. You hear nothing else outside of the bedroom door, but you simply refuse to move from where you are. Despite the fear-induced adrenaline, you eventually fall asleep. Sunlight flows in through the window as you slowly wake up. Looking around the room, you wonder why you're on the floor, and then it hits you. Your stomach is heavy with apprehension as you walk toward the bedroom door and put your ear against it. No sound from the other side. You unlock and cautiously open the door. The daylight gives you newfound courage, but not much. Peering out into the hallway, everything, like last night, looked normal enough. Well, maybe it was all a dream. Perhaps you... Wait, what's that? You walk over to take a closer look. It's exactly what you thought it was. A yellow post-it note stuck to the thermostat. Dread returns its spot in your soul. Oh yes, you have concerns of how the hell it got there, but you just have to know what it says. With trembling hands, you read the note. Scrawled in barely legible print, it says, I apologize for frightening you last night. I know appearing before you would not go over well, so I tried my hand at Morse code, which didn't help either, apparently. I'm only requesting that you please be mindful of your air settings. It gets rather chilly within these walls. Your shadow makes it out the door before you do.